Welcome to 30 Day Reviews. I am Justin, and today we are taking a look at how to apply a stronghold mustache wax. I have done a video in the past about how to apply mustache wax, but I was using a medium hold, and I think I want to go more into detail about the stronghold application. The things that you're going to need, obviously, one, you're going to need a stronghold wax. Then you're going to need a mustache comb or a comb with very close teeth. You're also going to need some way to warm up your mustache wax. I highly suggest a blow dryer. Then, because you may accidentally put too much wax in or your comb may get pretty messy, I suggest an old rag, or I got some paper here that came in some packaging that I will be using to clean off my comb. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is have a nice clean mustache. I personally use a beard soap in my mustache as well as my goatee with some nice warm water, and that usually gets out most of the wax, if not all of it altogether. Now, when it comes to drying your mustache, you do not want to be pulling on it, so dab the mustache dry. Then if you can, go ahead and let it air dry the rest of the way, and then go to apply your wax. However, if you don't have the time to sit there and let it air dry like most of us don't, go ahead, set your blow dryer on medium heat and low speed, and then you can go ahead and blow dry from the center out on both sides, as well as you can blow dry it going up. I would highly suggest not going directly toward the center of your face with the blow dryer, as that'll probably just make your hair turn to a big fluff ball. So what you want to do is definitely make sure that you're going from the center out and up only. Then to get the hair that is deep in here dry, you will definitely want to kind of curl your mustache up like so and apply the heat like that. Using the blow dryer will also help kind of heat treat your mustache so that it will already be going the way that you want it to go, and you won't have to have the wax doing all of the work. Next up is to warm your mustache wax. Now, there are several ways that you can do this. You can put it in your pocket, you can set it out in the sun, you can put the lid on it and run it under some nice warm water. So just make sure that this is nice and warm. My preferred way is to warm it up with the blow dryer. You'll know that your mustache wax is ready to go once you can kind of see that it's starting to melt a little bit. One thing that I do suggest as well is warm up your mustache real quick with the blow dryer as well. Now, to get the wax out of the container, you can use your finger, or some of the stronger waxes also come with a little guitar pick. However, they get pretty dirty pretty easily and pretty sticky, so I will usually just go ahead and use my finger. However, some waxes you definitely do need the pick. Now, I grab just enough out of there for one side of my mustache, and I'll start from the very center and try to work it out a little bit. Now, I'm not worried about getting it all the way through that because we'll take care of that here in a minute. As you can see, I'm slowly pulling it toward the end of the stash. And I find with the really strong waxes, you do end up usually pulling out one or two little hairs. So definitely go light on the wax at first because, well, you're probably not going to need that much of it anyway, and you definitely don't want to overdo this wax in your stash. Really make sure also that you are getting the little hairs underneath, as they will be a pain if you don't. All right, now it feels like I've got wax just about everywhere in my stash, and I'm sure that there are little chunks of wax as well. How I'm going to take care of that is I'm going to go ahead and warm up my mustache comb, and then I'm going to quickly hit my mustache with the blow dryer as well, and then I'll be able to run the comb through it and really get a nice even coating on all of the mustache hair. Now I can go ahead and comb it. And it goes through really nicely because all that wax is nice and melted. And there we go, right here on the end, I can tell that I've got a little bit too much wax. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna warm that up a little bit more, and hopefully some of it will come out on my comb here. And that little extra bit definitely did come out on the comb. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe the comb off to get any excess wax off of it. To be able to style this, I can't really do it here, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my little mirror here to style my mustache. Once again, when I'm styling it, I work from the inside down and around to the tips. There we go, and now my very tips aren't quite as nice and pointy as I would like them to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm up the wax again, and I'm just gonna take a little bit this time, even way less than I did the first couple of times for the sides, and I'm just going to rub it in my fingers and then just hit the very tips of the stash with it. And now going to really fine tune that curl. All right, and now that the mustache is just how I like it and want it, I will just go ahead and leave it and not touch it for a little while. And in about 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and double check that everything is where I want it to be. That time just lets the wax cool down and really settle and harden into where it is. And then if there's anything wrong with it still, you can just take the blow dryer on low speed and low heat and just kind of warm it up just enough where it's a little bit more pliable, where you can go ahead and fix it again so that it is just right. Now, if you don't have a blow dryer to do all this with, I would suggest picking one up, because if you get a stronghold wax, it is going to make all the difference in being able to apply it and apply it easily without losing a lot of your hair. However, if you absolutely can't get a blow dryer, I would suggest making sure that you warm up your wax very, very well before you start to apply it. And even if you do have a blow dryer, make sure that you start out with a little bit, because you can always add a little bit more. You cannot take it away without completely washing out your mustache. And believe me, if you just put this stuff on, it is not the easiest thing to do. If you have any questions or tips of your own for applying stronghold wax, please let me know down in the comment section. I would love to hear them. If you like this video, please do me a favor and share this out to all of your bearded and mustached friends as well. And if you want to know what waxes I think are the strongest hold waxes, I did a video a year or two ago, and I will put that right to the right. And below that is a video that you might enjoy as well. So make sure to check those out, and until next time, you have a good one.